Alrighty, time for another edition of Science Sunday. Of course, joined by Aoife Ryle here at the Connecticut Science Center.
Good morning.
Good morning. Polymers. We've talked about them a lot in the past, and we're doing more polymer fun this morning.
Yes,
Okay.
I love polymers.
Yes.
But I realized we haven't really talked about ones that you can find in your everyday life as much.
All right.
So we've talked about things like slime before. Of course, a polymer. So a lot of polymers have these properties where they're really like gooey and stretchy and slimy.
Define a polymer for us.
Yeah, sure. So a polymer is just a chain of repeating molecules. So we like to use beads as an example. So if you think of these as molecules, it's just the same thing repeated over and over again. So it gives us this almost like really like slimy, like gooey, stretchy kind of property. But there's actually a polymer that you might use pretty often, and it's in your plastic bags.
All right.
So these are made of something called polyethylene, poly meaning many, so those repeating molecules like we talked about. And that's what gives plastic bags and plastic that like stretch, its ability to deform and melt and things like that.
Okay.
And so we can do something kind of fun with them.
All right.
So I'm gonna ask you if you wanna help me out, just fill a plastic bag with water.
Okay.
And we are gonna look at how stretchy, and look at the ability of it to deform.
So this is something folks can do at home with their kids.
Absolutely.
Now, I noticed you don't have much air in your bag. Is that important?
No, but you have the tendency to make a little bit less of a mess that way.
Oh, all right.
So I guess it depends on what your end goal is.
Yes, we'll go for less mess.
Yeah.
So we don't want to pick anything up this morning. All right, so okay, I got most of the air out.
All right, so now what we're gonna do, we are gonna jam some colored pencils through our bag.
Doesn't matter what color.
We can try that out.
Okay.
That's a cool experiment. I'm gonna start with green.
I'll do blue.
All right, so you're gonna go all the way through your bag on both sides. So just punch through it.
Look at that.
And you'll notice that my bag's not leaking. Right? So the plastic has that ability to stretch around the sides of that colored pencil, and it can hold all that water in.
Even like some vigorous shaking,
Yeah.
you're no dripping at all.
Right, and you
All
can
right.
even go like underneath.
And these are sharp, obviously, like maybe you need to sharpen the pencils before you use them.
Yeah.
And then kind of twist a little bit to get them through.
Yeah. I would recommend trying this over someone's head.
No, that's fine.
Because why not? You know,
Sure.
maybe outside, but.
So yeah, different angles.
There you go. Nice. All the way down to the bottom.
Look at that. Yeah. So normally, like you would think, at the bottom of a bag, it would be coming out, but no, the polymers are preventing that from happening.
Yeah, because you think if this was paper, right, it would rip differently. You might get some leaking, but because this is a polymer and it can stretch and deform, it's holding all that water in.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
And we should also point out that you could, as an experiment at home, use different types of bag, like a sandwich bag versus a freezer bag.
Yes. Yeah.
Because we're using freezer bags.
Yeah, and they're a little bit thicker.
There you go.
So try different things. Absolutely, I love that.
All right.
Yeah.
I just want to see how many
Make like a pin
we can
cushion.
get in here. While I'm doing this, we should let people know that the Maya traveling exhibition is still here and happening.
Yes, yeah. So we still have Maya, and as always with our traveling exhibits, it's included in general admission. So if you hop online, buy a ticket, you can come see it included.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I got 7 in mine.
That's good. I like your pattern. I think I have a couple less than you, but.
So when it's time to end this project, you should do it over a sink.
Yes.
Because as soon as you either start taking them out or undo it, like you need to pour the water out.
Yeah, we're gonna make a mess.
So maybe open the bag, pour it into a sink instead of taking these out one by one.
I think that's a good idea.
Or an experiment, just do it over a sink. Or a bucket, or just do it outside. How's that?
I think outside is good.
Yeah,
it's
perfect.
yeah.
The parents will
It's
love us
August.
for that. All right, Aoife, thank you so much. And of course, we'll see you for another edition of Science Sunday next weekend.